So speaking of the tone prints you did, any specific kind of inspiration you had beforehand trying to come up with the sounds you did, the tones? Did you kind of know what you were going for already, or?
With the vibrato, I thought I was going to be much more limited than I was. You know, it's much more in the vibrato, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm really digging that. It's a cool pedal. It's very cool.
It is a fun little pedal.
And it's very musical.
Yeah.
You know, it feels very fluid and very musical. I like it.
Great.
It's cool. The delay, I thought it was, the delay is, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a, some type of modulated, basic delay, sort of tape-ish.
Tape-ish, yeah. With that bit of shimmer on.
Yeah.
Was that kind of an, I mean, you had access to a lot of different parameters that, you know, you typically wouldn't have access to on pedals. So, you know, did the idea to add the feedback, was that kind of triggered by the fact that you could do it, or had you already thought of that beforehand? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, ideally that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know that I would be able to.
No.
But yeah, so that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. So you kind of found that maybe, I don't know, you know, you had some ideas for future things you could do with the software and just looking at.
Yeah.
And we talked about the reverse delay and the regular
delay. That's what I was thinking about. But yeah, I think to have control over a reverse and also more control over a second delay line would be really cool.
Yeah. So you kind of,
because then you can mix, and this is really fun to do, is to mix the bandwidth. So you can have, you know, a really dark delay on one and a very bright, thin delay on the other.
So you kind of spread them out stereo, or just
you
mix them
don't even
together?
have to, yeah. More like a space echo, but but two different tones, so it's two separate delays.
Yeah. And what about delay time-wise? Would be the same at the same time or different times? Or
no, different times.
Different times, yeah.
Yeah, slightly like a dot at eighth and a quarter.
Yeah.
You know?
That kind of thing. Typically, do you see yourself more as the, you know, simple pedal guy, or do you like to do a lot of tweaking? You know, we talked about the fireworks before, because that's definitely, it doesn't get much more tweaky than that.
Yeah, absolutely. The fireworks is like the pinnacle of tweakiness. Yeah. I love getting in deep with stuff like that. Yeah.
You're not afraid of scrolling through pages of parameters and stuff?
No, I don't really find it intimidating, especially with your editing software, like on the G system. That having that editing software is really cool. It makes things so easy.
Yeah. So you use it as backup for...
I mean, because you can see everything.
Yeah.
I always take my computer with me when I'm dealing with sounds, because it's so much easier. I just like to be able to see where everything is, you know, see where my feedback is, see where my, you know.
Yeah, you can have, you know, see everything at once instead of this having to scroll through, check this stuff here and check stuff out here.
Yeah, scrolling through parameters, that's a bit of a pain.
But I mean, some of the pedals you mentioned are in the, you know, totally different kind of category. You know, fireworks on one side and like oddball fuzz pedals on the other side.
Yeah, but a lot of those oddball fuzz pedals are pretty deep.
They are. I saw some of the, I think it's Devi Ever stuff that has like joysticks on them for
yeah, and the Wolf computer. Yeah.
So there's,
and the mid-fi stuff. Yeah, you've got, they're real tweaky.
Yeah.
And the Nomeratron, that thing I was telling you about, that fuzz pedal, that thing has got like 30 knobs on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it gets pretty tweaky. Yeah.
But that's cool.
But you know, it's simple things. You know, you take it step by step, and you just get deeper and deeper and deeper into it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you started.
Well, I love all that
sounds. You know,
I love all that stuff as well.
You want to get out what you hear in your head. You know, like you want to. Wow, I wonder if I can get it to do this, and you start thinking about. But it's like synths. You know, the same deal.
But you know, there's a lot of guitar players who get really
intimidated by Yeah, so I guess I'm more of a tweaky guy. Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, if you think it's fun, and you know, you can come
Yeah,
up
I
with some
guess
sounds
to
that
me
are
it's fun.